So, looking at how to do quadratic sequences. Although I don't know this is a quadratic sequence to start off with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to a much easier question, just to begin with, just so I can get the idea of what's going on. Now, I can see what the answer is to this one, okay? I know the answer to this is just n squared. So, but let's just understand what's happening. So, if I've got a sequence, what we usually do is we usually look at the difference to see what's going on, see what it's going up in. So this one's gone 3, 5, 7, 9. So a linear sequence, all of those numbers would then be the same. But if I look at the second difference, the difference of the differences, we get 2. So we get a constant number, which is nice. So interestingly, if we get that as 2, we seem to get n squared. So let's look at a slightly trickier one. So this one is the actual answer to this is this is just 2n squared. So let's just do the same thing and see what happens. Remember that second difference before was 2. So here we go 6, we go 10, we go 14. Top for a minute. 18, and then the second difference is 4. Great, 4. So 4 goes to 2n squared. 2n squared. So if that second difference was 6, 3n squared. Okay. If it was 8, it's going to be something to do with 4n squared. So let's look at a slightly trickier one. Get the idea of what's, how we can progress with this. Okay, so got another one here. So let's have a look to see what's happening. So I'm going to do exactly the same. We look at the differences. 10, we've got 16, we've got 22, and we've got 28. 6, I can see they're all 6. Oops, didn't quite know what happened to my little 6 there. There we go. Oh, big 6. Okay, so I know it's something to do here with 3n squared. Right? I know that's going to be part of this sequence. So what we need to do is we need to take out 3n squared of what our target sequence actually is. So what I'm going to do, just because I haven't got room here to sort of show you properly, is I'm just going to get rid of my little workings there. Okay, the whole purpose of that was just to see that it was 3n squared. So now the best way of doing this is to write down what 3n squared is. Okay, now in order to do that, weirdly, 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. Right, so 3n squared is 3, 12, 27, 48, and 75. Right, what's left? Now I know that's part of the answer. Now the beauty with this is let's see what we're actually going to be left with. So let's have a look. So 4 take away 3. Remember, this is where I'm trying to get to, just here. So 4 take away 3 is 1. 14 take away 12 is 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is what we're actually left with. That's n. Okay? So 3n squared plus, whoops, funny n there at the end. There we go. That's our sequence, right? Again, let's try a slightly trickier one to give you the idea, right? Now, here's another one. So this is the one I brought up at the beginning, okay? Now, obviously, we cheated a little bit because I told you it was quadratic to begin with. But this one, if I look at the differences, I will find out it's also the second difference is 6. So I know on this one it's 3n squared, right? So I've just jumped a little bit there, all right? So I've actually gone through and I found that out a moment ago. So remember what we do is we write down, if you write first 1, 4, and you write out your square numbers, and it helps sort of, well, hopefully it stops you making an error, okay? So if I multiply all of those by 3, there we go. 48, 27, 12, and 3. Right. Now, remember what we want is we want to see what's left. Okay. And remember I cheated on this one because I knew the second difference was going to be 6. So it was something to do with 3n squared. So let's have a look to see what we've got left over this time. So we've got 1, we've got 3, we've got 5, we've got 7, and we've got 9. So my sequence this time is 3n squared and this bit just here. So what's this particular sequence just here? So 3n squared. Now some of you may well just be able to look at that and you might be able to think to yourself, I know what that is, right? Because it's going up in 2s. It's just a linear sequence, isn't it? This one is just 2n minus 1. So that's 2n minus 1. That's 3n squared. 2 together form what we're interested in. So the overall answer for ourselves is going to be 3n squared, and then it'll be 2n, and then take away 1. That is a 2, just there. Okay? Right. You just need to go in and try some of these. Okay? Think about what might happen if we've got something to do with a cube in there. Right? If you have n cubed is the answer. So have a look. See what you think might happen. Best way to test it is just look at the most basic example that you can think of, which is just n cubed. The principles would be the same, it's just a bit more complicated and extra steps involved. Okay, so there's quadratic sequence for you. Okay, there you go. Right.
If you enjoyed that video, please like and subscribe or leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching. I've been RMS Maths and I'll see you next time. Maths out.